Like my wife after I abandoned her in Walmart when I found out we were long-lost siblings, Xbox has lost its way.
Can I put my finger in your ass?
After over a decade of pretty lukewarm hardware sales, Microsoft seems to be slowly distancing itself from the console industry and repositioning itself as a software developer and publisher like Sega did after the Dreamcast.
Today isn't about you, it's about the new Xbox. And quite frankly,
it's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard.
I don't think the Xbox brand itself is going to disappear like my dignity, but it is going to be in a much different form and be experienced by a new generation of players in a different way. Microsoft themselves are deliberately telling people that they don't need an actual Xbox console to play their stuff, with their Everything is an Xbox ad campaign.
And this is an Xbox.
This is crack.
A series of ads telling people you can just subscribe to Game Pass and use the absolute dog shit cloud gaming service to play the Game Pass library on anything. Why drop hundreds of dollars on a console when you can play the same games on your mom's vibrator? The experience of playing natively on a Series X is infinitely better. There's no input lag or waiting in queues, but these ads don't say that. Most normies will see Forza running on a dishwasher and never even think about getting an actual Xbox. The idea behind these commercials looks to be not only introducing the concept of playing Xbox games on anything with a screen, including cars, but also slowly normalize the idea of Xbox being a Play Anywhere subscription service rather than a console platform, like how NASA normalized the idea that the Earth is round. Now look at the mess we're in. The original Xbox did pretty well. It outsold the GameCube and focused on some now commonplace features like a built-in hard drive and a focus on online multiplayer. It's also a pretty novel emulation machine these days, but don't tell anyone I said that. Big booty Latinas like me don't last long in jail. Microsoft continued to innovate in the 7th gen by making half of their Xbox 360s not work. They also included a little headset and microphone in the box, which unleashed the multiplayer lobby hellholes upon the earth.
Why, like you little bitch-ass motherfuckers, why you got a microphone on?
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm stroking my
What you want to
shit.
say? You fucking
This is
nigga.
nice to
Say it, man. Be a man about
This
it.
year I have made 55
Be a
years in this
motherfucking
town.
man about it.
I'm
Say white power. Say it. White power.
coming, your
White power then. God damn.
The 360 was the console that introduced me to the world of Halo, and I'm not ashamed to admit that Cortana was the cause of many an inconvenient boner.
I swear to God, if you don't fuck her, I'll kill myself.
Microsoft had it. The 360 was a big success for them, and they built up a huge loyal customer base that were genuine fans of their exclusive titles. All they had to do was make another Xbox 360, but with better specs. That's all anybody was expecting. But they shit the bed so hard with the Xbox One, Bill Gates still wakes up in the morning with brown all over his face. It's like they had a massive checklist of what everyone hates and made sure to put it all in the Xbox One. Always online requirements, forcing the barely functioning Kinect to be plugged in to even work, which also increased the price since there wasn't a way to buy just the standalone console at launch. And changing the focus away from games and making the Xbox out to be an all-in-one family entertainment hub.
Check this out. Xbox Snap TV. It does two things at once, so I can play games while I watch my favorite shows at the same time.
Customer trust and goodwill Microsoft had cultivated with the 360 led them to believe they could release a glossy pile of feces on a plate and people would buy it. The disastrous reveal of the Xbox One set up Sony for the easiest slam dunk on the flat planet. They revealed the PS4, and it was everything the Xbox should have been. It was a better PS3, and also Netflix was on it. The negative effects of this one bad reveal damaged the Xbox brand so heavily it still hasn't recovered in 2025, and it looks like it may never will. Estimated lifetime sales of the Xbox One are at 58 million units, while the PS4 sits at 117 million, more than double. This generational ass-kicking continues even now, with the Xbox Series S and X trailing far behind the PS5 a few years into the generation. Even when Microsoft comes out of the gate with a great idea for the Xbox brand, just like when your parents buy you a dog to distract you from the fact that they're getting a divorce and it's your fault, they can't help but disappoint. On June 1st, 2017, Xbox Game Pass was birthed from the putrid loins of the Xbox division, which started as a $10 per month kind of side feature, eventually grew to be one of the best values in all of gaming. As the service matured and got more support from publishers, the selection of titles grew to have a ton to offer all sorts of customers. Word spread about how good a service it was, and Microsoft took notice and started throwing a lot more weight behind it. Some games would release onto the service on their launch day, meaning subscribers didn't have to wait for some games to maybe someday hit the service. They were playing alongside everyone else paying only the cost of their subscription. Microsoft went in so hard with Game Pass they started including first-party AAA games on the service, including massive games like Call of Duty. But they couldn't help but shoot their own wiener off. They released a little PR thing in an attempt to somehow somehow spin a 50% price increase as a good thing.
Now you have even more freedom to choose how you play the games you want.
More freedom in how you get fucked in the ass. That's like your doctor telling you you have prostate cancer, but now you don't have to worry about telling your wife you've been cheating on her with her dad. Microsoft took the best thing about the Xbox brand and screwed that up as well. Backlash to the price increase was so bad, the website to cancel subscriptions crashed due to the influx of people unwilling to put up with such a price increase.
With Ultimate, you'll now have access to Ubisoft Plus Classics in addition to EA Play. And Fortnite Crew will be added in November.
Wow, a whole bunch of delicious doo-doo that nobody cares about. This looks like a way to offset some of the cost of hordes of unsold consoles. And as the Xbox brand pivots away from hardware sales and puts their exclusives on the competitor storefronts, maybe the price increase is part of the switch to being primarily a subscription service. They increased the price of the Series S and X back in May of 2025, then they increased them further in September of the same year. These things weren't exactly flying off the shelves to begin with some massive retailers like Costco reducing shelf space allocated to Xbox, and even stopping sales in certain locations. Having Xbox heavy hitters like Gears of War on a Sony platform seemed like an impossibility in the past, even if it's just a remaster.
Control, this is Delta Squad. Any word from Alpha?
I love a black cock.
Then Microsoft went full retard and announced a ground-up remake of the first Halo campaign that is also coming to PS5. When the original Xbox got its own killer app and Halo Combat Evolved, nobody thought this would ever happen. Like how Nintendo has Mario and Sony has Hentai Shop Simulator, Microsoft had the Master Chef, who was as green as Shrek's floppy ogre cock, matching the Xbox branding.
He penetrates my butthole. It hurts so much, but I do it for Shrek.
Now Master Chief is going to be playable on a Sony console for the first time. It's like Microsoft admitting defeat without outright saying it. Even GameStop is dunking on them, and they're one of the biggest failures in the gaming industry. That's like getting dunked on by DSP.
Oh, the camera's on.
There's some rumors floating around about the next iteration of Xbox, and if they're accurate, it's going to be incredibly expensive. Apparently in the ballpark of a gaming PC, which would then cause customers to question why they should get an Xbox over something else. Like I stated before, Xbox isn't going away, but it's changing form. We got kind of an Xbox handheld in the Xbox Ally X. Game Pass isn't going anywhere, and if rumors are true, we may get another Xbox console. Microsoft's next shot at the console market doesn't land. I can easily see this next Xbox being the very last, and it's all your fault. Thanks for watching all the way to the very end. I would greatly appreciate a like and subscribe, and if your parents got a divorce, don't forget that it's all your fault.